Hello friends! Today we will talk about the new official soundtrack of Chapter 8. Like and subscribe please. Just a few days ago, the brand new official teaser trailer for Garten of Banban Chapter 8 was released, and if you haven't seen it yet, well, you're missing out on something incredible, new environments, an even darker atmosphere, and, most importantly, a new soundtrack that completely blew everyone away. That's right, the music in this teaser isn't just some simple background track, it's creepy, dark, more horror than ever before. And it immediately tells us that Chapter 8 is going to be very different from the previous ones. But wait, there's more. Because just recently, EUPHORIC brothers posted a message on their official Discord server where they talked specifically about the new soundtrack and some of the creative choices behind it. In today's video, I'll let you listen to the full soundtrack, we'll break it down together, and then I'll show you the full message from the developers and we will analyze it. As you know, music in Garten of Banban is never just background noise, and this new track gives off a darker, more tense, almost psychological vibe. And you know what that means? New monsters, new puzzles, and new theories we need to dive into. And yes, for those of you wondering, I've already done a full breakdown of the teaser in a previous video, so if you're a big fan of the series, make sure to check it out later. There are some details that might be easy to miss, but they could reveal a lot. So, if you love Garten of Banban, if you want to stay updated on trailers, hidden messages, soundtrack details, and all the upcoming mysteries, make sure to subscribe to the channel, drop a like on this video, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss anything, because Chapter 8 is shaping up to be the darkest one yet, and we're here to uncover every secret together. Alright, let's turn up the volume, open our ears wide, and listen to the official new soundtrack of Garten of Banban. Right after that, we'll dive into the full analysis. Perfect. As I said before, the new soundtrack appeared in the new teaser trailer. So now we listen to it but without the teaser scene. This way we can better focus on the soundtrack and not on the scenes. There it is, the new soundtrack of Garten of Banban 8. A track that, when you really pay attention, makes one thing immediately clear. This isn't just background music. In fact, it almost feels like there are two separate soundtracks in one. The first part is strangely calm, almost peaceful, with low tones and a suspended atmosphere, as if we're in a quiet place filled with tension. It gives the impression that everything is under control. But then, in the second half, the music changes. You start hearing disturbing strings, dissonant sounds, and distorted tones. This is when the true horror spirit of Chapter 8 kicks in. And that calm from earlier, it becomes just a memory, as if it was meant to prepare us mentally for the shock. It's really interesting to see how this musical transition perfectly reflects what the EUPHORIC brothers are showing us in the teaser. A constant shift between mystery and terror, between quiet tension and sudden chaos. And now, it's time to dive deeper. In the next part, we'll break down the soundtrack second by second, and we'll also go over the official message from the developers to better understand their intentions. Ready to catch every hidden detail? The full analysis of the soundtrack starts now. Let's start with the first part of the soundtrack. As you heard, it's much more calm and peaceful, almost relaxing, and that's no coincidence. In the official teaser, this music plays during a very specific moment. Banban is dreaming, and if you've played the previous chapters, you know this well. Starting from Garten of Banban 3, the game began introducing those strange, suspended moments where we find ourselves inside a dream. A dream, yes, but not just any dream. A dream that always hides something unsettling, something that doesn't quite fit. A place where calm is only on the surface, and every detail might carry a hidden meaning. This soundtrack perfectly reflects that feeling. It puts us in a state of false security. The sounds are soft, the instruments are light, the tempo is slow, almost as if it's trying to lull us. But beneath that calm surface, there's tension. And in fact, we know how dreams work in Garten of Banban. They're never just dreams. Every time we find ourselves in those dreamlike sequences, we discover something important, something that changes how we see the characters or the world around us. So it's very likely that this soundtrack is meant to represent the dream sequence we'll experience in Chapter 8. A dream from Banban's perspective, perhaps a memory, or maybe a distorted version of reality. But remember, in Garten of Banban, every dream hides a secret. And if this music feels so calm, it's because something darker is slowly approaching. And we can clearly hear that shift in the second part of the soundtrack, where the atmosphere changes completely. But we'll talk about that in just a moment. And now, let's move on to the second part of the soundtrack. This is where things change dramatically. The music immediately becomes darker, dirtier, more adrenaline pumping. There's no more room for dreams, calm, or peace. We're right in the middle of a nightmare. This soundtrack creates instant tension. Distorted instruments, faster rhythms, unsettling sound effects. It feels like something is chasing us, or about to strike at any moment. And if you paid attention to the teaser, this part matches much more disturbing moments. Dark frames, sudden noises, and most of all, that feeling that Banban is no longer the same. As we already know, the EUPHORIC brothers have said multiple times that they want this 8th chapter to be the scariest one so far. And this music confirms it. It's not just horror, it's aggressive, twisted, terrifying. Here's the theory. This track might be linked to a new version of Banban, a more terrifying transformation, unstable, maybe even evil. We might encounter him during one of the most intense moments of the game. Maybe it's a chase, maybe a boss fight, or maybe something even more psychological. Because at this point we all know, Banban could not be just an ally. He's an ambiguous character, and that dark side we've glimpsed in past chapters might finally come out in full force in this new episode. And the soundtrack seems to be warning us. Get ready, something much worse is coming. But we're not done yet. Now it's time to read the message posted by the developers on Discord. Finally, let's talk about the message that Faris posted on Discord regarding the soundtrack. Faris confirmed that for this new chapter they hired a composer to work on the game's music. And he also specified that 99% of the soundtracks were composed by Private Hell Music, the same artist who has worked with them before. And with that, this video comes to an end. But don't go anywhere because new videos are coming soon, filled with more secrets, new theories, and of course all the latest news about Garten of Banban 8. So make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and stay tuned because the best is yet to come. See you soon in a brand new video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.